Up, good people, up, family. It is I, a determined black man, John J. And today, um, gonna pick up where we left off on one of our last lives when I was explaining to you all about connecting your sewer and your fresh water supply to your new tiny home. So, um, it's been a while. I told y'all I had a deadline to meet. I didn't meet it. However, the Most High God saw to it that the inspections that I was supposed to meet, I actually didn't even have to meet with those people, but I am still trying to correct those issues so that I won't have that be a problem in the future. So I did carry on with the running the new sewer line. How y'all doing? All right. And so last I spoke with y'all, I hadn't trenched it out yet, just kind of had scoped out and mapped out how I was going to run it. So right now, I'm at this point. Wait till somebody come in. I'll wait till somebody come in. So y'all watch tied in my fresh water as well. Got a bit of a problem there. I'm gonna have to correct, but it's not big. It's not bad. Not yet. I'm gonna try to fix it before it gets there. Uh, but I'm wait till some more people come in and explain to y'all some of the problems I ran into while I was running these lines. Primarily the sewer line. It is imperative that you get that line correct, or else last thing you want to do is have to come face to face with your sewer inside of your home. Not only is it stinky, but and very disgusting, but also could lead to other problems, structural damage, mold, fungus. But yeah, for those of you all that's just joined us for the first time, if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And please hit that like button as well. Yeah, pound the heck out that like button for me. I need your support. Scooter Masters, yo, what's up, Scooter? I don't know who you are. Y'all, if I sound a bit under the weather, it's because I really and truly am. I took off today. Uh, so I probably shouldn't be going live, but hey, it's my time. And I'm still at home, like I'm out good time. But I just felt the need to walk y'all through some of this because it's been a while, and I told y'all that I would get right back with y'all before I actually started trenching this thing out. Now, I'll tell you right now, these mounds you see behind me, this mound here, let's see, that mound there, that pot full there, it's not an easy task. And one of the hardest parts is going underneath the building. Getting it underneath the building, cut out, down to the preferred depth of 16 inches or below, and maintaining my pitch and my row all the way down. Now, since we got a few people here, I'm going to explain to you all what I ran into as far as problems after connection. A couple of problems I ran into that you could avoid possibly. Once again, like I said, if I sound a bit under the weather, it's because I am, man. Yesterday evening, I started sniffing and I started coughing. My son had been sniffing already and coughing. I'm thinking it's due to the weather, though. Change. We both suffer from asthma and bronchitis. So it's a change of the season. Well, got a few of y'all here. Not many, but I'm thankful for the few. So anyway, right here, the reason why I haven't covered it back all. I hadn't covered all of it back up is because, for one, I wanted to see if I could detect any leaks. Okay, so that's one. Well, in the process of me doing that, I went ahead and called one of my buddies over. That's an expert plumber. That's actually active in the field. I mean, I know what I know, but it's always good to get the advice of someone that's current and that has high level experience. And in doing so, he gave me A+ all the way through. But there was one thing that he did suggest. There was one thing he suggested, and that was for me to come here. And instead of me having this coupling here, he suggested that I come here with a clean out, or somewhere in between here and there, somewhere in between there. So I decided to come right here to this joint because I don't want to have all these different splices. So the less splices to me, the better. I like one long piece. You know what I'm saying? If possible, the longer the better. We talking about flow of what, urine and feces. Yeah, y'all pound that like button for me. Pound the like button. If you're just coming in, you pound that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be walking y'all through this thing every step of the way as I prepare my new tiny home for adequate living. I'm already staying here basically, but I would like to make it more efficient and more sufficient. Um, Next plans are to come off of the solar power and I'll still have that capability, but I don't want to be total solar as long as we do have electricity. So I'm gonna go ahead and install the electric boxes. I have the electric boxes panel ran in the inside. I've wired it all up. So the next step would be to get the box for the outside, the meter box, and the main cutoff. But anyway, right here, I'm gonna install a cutoff. Y'all see my fingers all nasty and dirty. Just got through spray painting something. So I know I'm supposed to be resting and healing and getting my body back together so I could go back to work so that I could fund these projects. But hey, it's hard for a man to sit still when you're at home. It's a lot of stuff that got to be done. So one of my biggest holdups is monetary issues and funding. But whatever I could do, I'm gonna do it. So there's a lot of things that could be done without the funding or the funds. See, I gotta wait till I get paid again before I can even put this clean out right here. That's on me. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I don't have the money, but it's just that it's tight right now. I don't want to run into another bind, and I'm having to prioritize things. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta weigh this stuff out, man. But it's all good. I'm a man about mine. I take mine on the chin, with my chin up. We're not necessarily up because I know how to tuck it and duck it. You know what I'm saying? But I take my lick. Nobody said it was gonna be easy. The hardest part about doing this is trying to raise two little small children at 40+. But hey, I thank God for the energy that I have, man. I have a lot. I have an abundance of energy, and I thank God for that because I look at other people and I'm like, man, if you was in my shoes, I don't know how you would make it, or if I was in your shoes, I don't know how I would make it being in my shoes, if that makes sense. But anyway, yeah, gonna do away with this coupling here. We're gonna put a clean out right here, probably a T or either a Y. And so what a T or a Y is, it's basically the same thing we have right here. I had to tie in it right here. Gonna put another one of those tie-ins, but it's gonna be coming up out the ground. Then I'll cap it off with something like that right there. Cap it off with that. And that way, if I ever have clog, if my system gets clogged or backed up, it'll just give you access to go in there and clean it out. It's just a port where you can get to it a little bit easier and raise some snake down in there, or either hose pipe or whatever, clean it out. But I suggest you do that before you go back in, or before you actually lay out everything. Consider where you're gonna put your clean out. I didn't do that because I thought by being such short distance from here to there that it wouldn't be necessary. But after listening to the professional and thinking about it myself, because he actually said it was a choice that I had, which I figured, you know what I'm saying? But after actually hearing him suggest it, hey, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do what the professional says, man. Right. Because I mean, like I said, there's a lot of work. Digging the trench out wasn't easy. I don't have, you know, five, six, seven, 800 to $1,000 to rent uh Bobcat. I gotta get it how I live. It's straight muscle game over here. See that shovel at the end of the building? Yeah, that's me and that shovel and that ground, that hard ground. You got it in, got it done, baby. Another thing, I said I had a couple of things I wanted to share with you all. So I knew when I was tying in that it was gonna be temporary until I got my sinks and everything installed. So if y'all can see here, that's how I tied in to my commode. Right there. Directly in. So what's going on is I'm gonna come here either with a Y or a Z. I'm probably gonna leave that directly connected, but I'm gonna come down a little bit, put a Y in there or a T. I'm gonna break it off to my sink, my shower, my two sinks, and my shower. Break it off to my two sinks and my shower. I probably go with a 2 inch. I'll probably have a 3 inch convert to 2 inch. Except on my shower, I'll probably keep it 3 inch. But that's that. The next thing I was gonna show you all was my fresh water supply. That's my fresh water coming into the building right there, as you can see. You see where I foamed the hole up? Man, that foam is amazing, man. When I tell you, one of the greatest inventions they ever made was that foam. Man, I mean, so quick and so easy, but so resourceful. It's amazing, man. I mean, like, you think about what all it does. You can use it for insulation. You know, you could use it for filler because, you know, like that hole. Normally somebody would go there and try to botch up something to cover that hole or put a piece of wood around it or whatever. Or cut the hole perfect. All that's unnecessary. You got that foam. Once you put everything in place, you spray that foam in there, let that foam expand. Man, rock solid. You gotta worry about nothing coming through. Nothing coming through but what's supposed to be coming through. And that's that line. So that's beautiful. And so what I did, ran it directly on into the building. What I'll probably do on that as well with my sinks and my shower is I'm going to run me some tees from the bottom and break it off of there and go back into the building. You want to put all your couplers and main shut off on the outside of the building. You know, if there's ever been any leakage or something breaks or something, you want that all on the outside because those are the weak points. And that's where it would more than likely break off, you know what I'm saying? And do such a thing. So, if any of y'all have any questions, y'all please feel free to ask me. Please feel free to ask me any questions you might have. Jamal Anderson, brother, you are not alone, bro. When I tell you, I never feel like giving up. But it takes people like you that keep me encouraged. I ain't gonna lie to you, whether you know it or not. I had a young man about 2 weeks ago, if it was even 2 weeks ago, and he is one of many that just in the nick of time when I need to hear stuff like that, they come along and say, man, I know you don't really know me, but I know you and I know stuff you go through, bro. But every time I see you, you smiling, man. It picks me up. I heard this from several young men here in the last, I'm gonna say 6 months. And it put me on a whole nother wavelength. Like I'm like, man, you know, my motto always has been never let them see you sweat. Like a poker player, you know what I'm saying? Never let them see you sweat. And so I always try to maintain that idea, keeping a poker face per se. But to see other people recognize that I don't even associate with, that I don't even socialize with, that know me from a distance, know things I've encountered or went through, you know what I'm saying? For them to actually see that I continue to wear it boldly, you know what I'm saying? I step hard in the face of adversity, you feel me? Like I don't give it no room or I don't feed into it, you know what I'm saying? Even in my worst, bro, I still feel like I could do better. Or if you give me a chance, I'm gonna do my best. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm glad I could be encouraged. And that's really one of my main focuses with this, believe it or not. You know, is to encourage other people because I know, man, the stuff I go through, it's not ordinary, but I know it's purposeful. You know what I'm saying? I know that I'm going through this for a reason. And part of that reason, I think, is for me to be able to share these things with other people. See, even like with the tiny house situation, I know that this is a growing thing across the world, but especially in America. People downsizing, rich people moving into these homes because they're more efficient. And they know the signs of the time. They see the signs of the time. Yeah, that's how you know it's real. That's real, brother. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I told y'all been under the weather today. Allergies and sinus going crazy. Crazy. Started yesterday. Started late evening. Gotta get right. All right, I'm back. What's up, good people? Yeah, that's how you know it's real. Yeah, man, it's some real trying times out here, man. It's hard out here, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Just keeping food on the table, man. And I don't even think we a fraction of what it's gonna get like. You know what I'm saying? Just to be real with you, y'all. I study this stuff, man. We got so many different things going on, so many different atrocities to face. But we gotta stay positive. We gotta keep looking this trouble in the face because nobody said it was gonna be easy. As a matter of fact, we was told that the righteous would have to suffer for righteousness' sake. And so we would even be turned over to the hands of our oppressors, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about long suffering and maintaining a will and a desire to keep going, you know what I'm saying? Not only that, I got small children, so looking at them every day as they get up and they start their days, it encourages me to keep going and be strong, you know, through all the things I may have to face. You know, I just have to persevere. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to ever feel like or have doubt that I can't help them or that I can't make something happen. You know what I'm saying? And man, it was so gratifying. Just last night, my son ran up and grabbed me by my leg. He hugged me on my leg. He said, "Dad, I love you." I said, "I love you too, son." He said, if it's one thing I know, I can always count on you. Man, y'all just don't know how that melted my heart, man. Like I be needing to hear that. I don't tell them that, of course, but I really needed to hear that from him, from that young man. You know what I'm saying? At that time, like it really helped me out because I'm like, sometimes I get weary. I ain't gonna lie to you, but like I say, I never think of giving up. I might get tired, and I might give out, but I never give up. You feel me? Like shit get real. You know what I'm saying? Uh, just maintaining, man. Like I say, just keeping food on the table now. It's hard, man, because it's so expensive. Food's so high, y'all. And like, I don't really make no money on my job. They don't let me make overtime. It's demanding as well. It's not a hard job, but I'm just all over the place. I have to use my personal vehicle to travel. I end up using a lot of unnecessary gas going back and forth and here and there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be responsible for their vehicles. So I don't choose to be on their plan and be on their insurance or drive their vehicles. But it has a lot of incentives to the job. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my job, love what I do, and I definitely love the people that I serve. But it doesn't really put me in a position to be able to help myself. It just helps me to maintain and just, from week to week. But I haven't really been in a position to help myself. Even when we get bonuses and things like that, it's like I'm so far behind that a bonus really ain't even a bonus to me at this point because we go so long without it. So once you get behind, man, unless you get a substantial amount of money at one time or something, it's just hard playing catch up. It's a rough game, you know what I'm saying? But I may stumble, but I won't stop, and I won't. If I fall, I try to fall forward. Like I tell y'all, it's okay to fail. Failing is a part of actually succeeding. Like if you don't never fail, and all you do is win, then you just really setting yourself up for the day that when you do fail or something happens, because it's gonna happen, then you're not gonna be able to withstand it because you're not gonna understand it. You're not gonna understand it. You're not gonna overstand it because you've never been through it before. So, just because you're doing right don't mean everything gonna go right. The more right you do, the more it's gonna seem like you're under attack. Like I tell people all the time, there's two types of people. There's those that's under attack and those that's learning. So, both of them are a form of attack. It's two types of people. It's those that are being disciplined for their actions and those that are learning from their actions. So, either you're being disciplined because of, you've done wrong or because of the righteousness that God has bestowed on you, then he's taking you through these processes so that you can learn, so that you can help someone else perhaps make it through it, make it out of it, or not even have to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Help them even avoid it by all means. So it's always multiple perspectives. Got to look at things from multiple perspectives, not have a one-sided view. Or you'd be like a duck with one foot swimming around in circles. But yeah, Jamal Anderson. I don't know if I really know you in person or not, but I appreciate your comments, brother. Jessica Duff, if you're still here, I appreciate you for stopping by. I appreciate each and every one of you all for stopping by. All of you all that hit the like button, I appreciate that. I hope that you all have a blessed day. You know what I'm saying? Freedom and abundance to you. Peace and blessings from the Most High God. So I guess that's about it. I guess I'll run back over it so in case some of y'all pop y'all head in for a second. So what I was just explaining to the audience was on last time, y'all, I shared with you all my layout before I actually shared with y'all. As a matter of fact, I was going to run this way, but decided to go the closest point from A to Z or A to B, straight line. So I did straight line. Ooh. See what I'm saying? So once I dug it all out, got my pipe cut, fit it all in, went back and glued it. After I set it all up, glued it all up, let it get hard, I tested it out. The reason I haven't covered it back up is because I'm still analyzing and making sure everything's not leaking. Making sure there's no leaks. Okay. Then, as I just told you all, I got a friend of mine, actually a cousin of mine, to come out that's a professional plumber that's active right now. He do this what he do day to day. Had him come out and just give me an assessment on what I've done. He gave me an A+, but he also made a suggestion. He suggested that I put a clean out between here, this joint, and somewhere between there in the house. I decided I'm just gonna take this coupling out right here. Take this coupling out. I'm gonna cut it back on both sides enough to put me a Y in there, or either a T. Probably a T. So it'll be straight up out the ground. And that way I'll have access to it just in case I ever have any it gets bagged up or stopped up. I have a direct access to it. Or a snake down through it. water hose, whatever. Feel me? So he suggested it. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna do it before I cover all this up and have to go out back all through it all over again. I'm gonna just go ahead, rip that out. But I gotta wait till I get paid again, because guess what? That coupling right there on like $2.99. The coupling that I'm gonna need to go in there, that Y, like that one there, or T, $19.99. Cause that's thick wall T or thick wall Y. They're very expensive. The thin wall I could get for $9.99. Like the one, I don't have one. Oh yeah, I've had to put one down here. I had to put a thin wall 4 right there. Thin wall 4 right there. That Y right there is a thin wall 4-inch pipe. And you see how I ran it. Dropped it down from a 3 to a 4. Anyway, that on the $9.99. But if I had got it in thick, $19.99. The only difference is the pipe. The pipe is a little bit thicker, so of course it's stronger. Underground is stronger. I prefer the thick. It's gonna last longer. Cause I can tell you right now that thin underground, people always use this rule saying, "Well, it's underground, it ain't gonna move and all that stuff." But when you go back and dig that stuff out, that thin wire always cracked up. You know what I'm saying? It's always cracked up. If it been underground any long elongated period of time, it's gonna be cracked up. It's gonna be brittle. You're gonna have to replace it all. So I believe in doing things right the first time, really. And that way I ain't gotta come back and worry about that no more. Though sometime I do, because you ain't gonna always get it right the first time. But that should be the effort that you make. Man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all hit the like button. Any of y'all that's in here right now, y'all hit the like button for me. It's my dog, Truck. I don't know what my cat at. Our cat, our dog, me and my children. They love these cats and dogs, man. They love this cat and this dog. I don't think I could have got anything better. That cat and that dog that rocks their world. So anyway, y'all got any other questions, please feel free. Guess Jamal, you got up out of there, then boy. Man, I know people got other things to do. I appreciate y'all for just stopping by when y'all did have a chance. Like I said though, it's nothing to it but to do it. I would lie if I told you it was just easy, like a cakewalk, like I say, digging all this stuff out and then trying not to damage it as well. Ain't easy. This part here was the part I try not to damage because this is all new. So the next time I come on, I'll have a Y up there where that joint is for my clean out. I have a T there. I keep saying a Y, but I have a T there for clean out. And hopefully by then I've been covered all this stuff back up. See, I've just started to cover my freshwater line. And it's been exposed for a couple of months now. Just started covering it back up today. Yep. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, on the next time I'm gonna be on here. Hopefully I have this all complete and I'll be going on to the next project, which will be installing my outside electric box. We're gonna still have it where we can use the generator and the solar power, but we want to have everything where we can rely on electricity, and then we'll use solar power and generator for backup. But it's just good to already have that electricity as well, because it's just the strength of the power. You know what I'm saying? and the fact that I'm doing work, I'm gonna be using the electricity quite heavily there. Be cutting in my floors. Um, I won't need it for too much for my walls. So I'm gonna use probably use a metal sheet metal cutter because I plan to use 10 on my walls. Somebody trying to stop me from doing want me to use sheetrock. I don't want to use sheetrock. I don't want to use sheetrock nowhere in there. Maybe in the ceiling, but I still really want to go 10 in the ceiling as well. But this is where I am with it on this plumbing, man, on this sewage, sewer line, the fresh water supply. As you see, I ran me a line out the side. I'm gonna have to tie it up to the building so it don't be just sagging like that forever. Just something to get me by for now, and give me a water hose for the outside. I'm outside a lot, and to keep up with my animals, wash off my son dirt bike when he gets dirty. Possibly wash a vehicle if I have to. Somebody want to stop by and let me wash their vehicle for a nice little price. Yeah, I detail vehicles. I don't just wash cars. I'll detail your vehicle, shake it back. You'll be surprised, man. You'll think that car brand new when I'm done with it. I go in. I got some tricks. I go in on a car detail, and I'm telling you, anybody that ever had their car detailed by me, if they was on here, they could chime in. They'll tell you I ain't just tooting my own horn now. Everything I do it diligently. I ain't gonna bull crap. I'm serious. I'm gonna do it to the best. If I can, the best I can. I ain't gonna even try it if I can't. Yep. Any of you all got any questions about the tiny home? Any of y'all got any questions about the progress I'm making with the tiny home? I know it's a slow process. I keep telling y'all be back tomorrow and show y'all this, but hey, you know how it goes. It's hard planning when you got other people depending on you, little people at that. And I got a demanding job. And so it takes a lot of my time. It takes a toll on me too. I ain't no spring chicken, as they say. I like to think of myself as one because I still hoop and I still run and I'm very youthful. Thank God. All praise to the Most High God. Man, He uses me, man. I know. Man, I have a lot of people that come up to me questioning me, like amused by my abilities and my agility at this age. Because I really don't think about age. I don't think about numbers and stuff like that. I don't think about age in that perspective. I do think about numbers, but I don't think about age in that perspective. Like I feel like I'm 800 and some years old anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like I'm at the end of my lifespan or like I'm old. Or I never consider myself. Oh, I hear people age saying I'm old now. What? You 40? You in your early 40s? And you considering yourself old? What happened to the days of Methuselah and Methuselah? And Methuselah and Abraham and all those. Isaac. We gotta think back. We gotta remember where we came from, y'all. And so we can stop being so critical in our thinking, like how we really down ourselves. 40 years, people live to be 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7, 800 years old. And you thinking you old at 40? A lot of this stuff is mental, y'all. A lot of this stuff mental. You telling yourself you old. You telling yourself you're supposed to have back aches and pains at this age or knees and this now. Then of course, your body gonna do what your mind tell it. That's a fact. Scientific fact. Your brain will release certain secretions throughout your body to destroy itself. Because that's a form of disease. When you constantly feed yourself negativity or saying what you can't do or what it starts to manifest itself. It will manifest itself. So I be careful what I say as well. But I also watch what I put in my body, watch what I eat. Not 100% clean. I'm not 100% clean at all. I'm probably not even 75% clean. I'm working on it. Be honest with y'all, I'm working on it. Like I said, if y'all just joining me, If I sound like I'm under the weather, it's because I am. Allergies been going crazy since late yesterday evening. But since I took off, I decided, hey, let me use this time wisely. Uh, I wish I had a little money so I could go ahead and finish putting this clean out on here. I could go ahead and do that, and that way I could go ahead and start covering this stuff back up, because that's what I really, really want to do. But I don't have 19. I don't have 20 bucks for that right now. I don't have 20 bucks for that right now. I hate to say it. I got 20 bucks. But I don't have 20 bucks for that right now because I mean it's functioning, it's working, and the only thing that it's just an appearance to me and how I want to just get that part behind me. But I'm gonna do it at will. That's one thing about it when you're working for yourself. You're doing it for yourself. You ain't on nobody's time. Even though I did have a deadline to make, the Most High God saw it that I didn't have to make that deadline. He stepped in. I can't give it to nobody else but him. The Most High God stepped in. I mean, I was frustrated because I didn't know how I was going to even be able to afford to buy even the pipe and the fittings that I needed to make this thing, to bring this thing up to standards. Because that's what I had been called into question. Somebody reported that I was raising my children here and that I was raising them without lights and water, which I had water. And I do have lights. I just don't have electricity. I don't have power from the electric company. I was using solar, and I still do use solar power, rechargeable lithium batteries. Um, I got charge banks. You know what I'm saying? Basically off grid. I mean, but they got just as much light as anybody else. So whatever they need, they can see. No problem. Somebody felt the need to report me. You know what I'm saying? So it put me under pressure to get this stuff done, which I would eventually was gonna do. But at the time, my funds just won't allow me to just have the freedom to do it, which, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I was forced to do it, so I guess I did have it. But, man, I ain't gonna lie. It has put a damper on me. But we shaking back. We shaking back. Hats off to all my single fathers out there. That's raising their children, trying to do the right thing. There's not a lot of resources out there for men like it is women. I'll just be honest with y'all. At least they don't like to release it to men like they will a woman. Apply for all these different things, and all I get is denials. I don't use my children as dependents because I know that their mother does, so I wouldn't want to get her into any type of trouble. I'm not that type of guy. I don't care what we got going on. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm silent, man, all the way. I ain't gonna never let nobody else change my demeanor or my character. So yeah, she collect the benefits. She get the child support. I know there's a lot of people out there probably say I'm stupid, but I don't have a dog. I don't have a fight right now. I don't have a dog in that fight right now because I don't have all my stuff all the way together so that I can contest it. But and it's not just that, it's just that, hey man, it is what it is. I feel like God provides, man. He knows it all. It ain't like I'm doing nothing malicious. And if he put it in her heart, then she would give it back to me anyway. But that's another story. That's another story for another day. I'm just thankful I'm blessed. My children don't miss a meal. She does buy snacks and help buy food here and there, you know what I'm saying? But I just wish I could get some food stamps, you know what I'm saying? If I could give me $200 or $300 a month worth of food stamps, or any amount, $100 would help. But $200 or $300, I know definitely that would be a great help. Even if I could get some assistance with finishing out my building or something, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing, everything got to come off the hip. You feel me? And sometimes they can become discouraging when you don't have much, when you really literally getting it out the mud, man. I mean, literally literally getting it out the mud. You feel me? Literally. Man, it ain't easy, man. And don't nobody feel sorry for a man. Nobody feel sorry for a man. Just gonna be real with you. Nobody feels sorry for a man, especially a black man. A black man in America, y'all see the way they done us all these years. A lot of sisters don't even see what they doing to their brothers. And that's sad. They right in alliance with them. I said about, before I did my prison sentence, I said it then. When I was going through that trial, I noticed all the female black women that they were putting on these judge seats. I said then, I said, man, these sisters don't even know what they being used to do. Some of them do. Some of them do know. Some of them don't care. But they using the anger that black women have for their fathers. A lot of black women are angry with their fathers. It's true. If you can get with some real ones, you can ask them, they'll tell you. Yeah, he left me when I needed him most, or he never did nothing for me, or this, that, and the other, the third, you know what I'm saying? So quite naturally, you know, they have a disdain for a black man. Every black man look the same to them. That's just like us. When we look at each other, we get angry. We want to fight. We sizing each other up. From the minute you walk into a room and you don't know me, you looking me up and down from my shoes to the top of my head, sizing me up. Why? It's that self-hate. When I see you, you remind me of the struggle that I'm going through. And you just another broke N-I-G-G-A. So don't look at me too hard. Don't touch me, don't bump me. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, a lot of these young fellas out here are committing murder, red rum, just strictly because they're angry because they broke. They're angry because they poor. They growing up in broken homes and situations that they have no control over. We see one or two of our partners selling drugs or doing something illegal, scamming or whatever. They start having a few things that really ain't amounting to nothing. Because until you can create something that helps somebody else out of their situation, then you really ain't doing nothing. They just keep it real. They just keep it real. Until you're doing something that can help somebody else out of their situation, just be quiet. But how often do you hear other guys, other ninjas, call other ninjas broke? Broke ninja. Da 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 da. Ain't that crazy? Our home's been broken and raped and pillaged for over 400 years now. But the only person that we can find fault in is one another. No other people out here doing this. No other people, no other group of women, no other group of men are this bashful of their own kind. So-called Black Americans. But reality will set in soon. Soon you will be forced to live on your own kind. And this is not to spread no type of racism at all, y'all. I'm just keeping it real, all the way real. We think we something when we got a little bit of nothing. But just wait till you ain't got nothing. And you can't do something that you need to do. It's going to either make you or it's going to break you. I feel like it's praying time for one. Because with such a weak society, what you're going to see is more robbing, more pillaging, more killing, more stealing, more scamming. Because this younger generation is basically weak whether they know it or not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they don't mind killing, and they appear not to mind dying. But the facts are, they don't have the backbone to stand on their own. Without that pistol or that rifle or whatever, they really don't stand for no other ground. They don't know how to, they don't have survival tactics or skills. All they know is to shoot. Man, you can't shoot everything, man. You're not gonna be able to shoot vegetables and fruit in the ground so that you can have some food to eat. Not gonna be able to shoot your gas tank so that you can put gas in the car and make it from point A to point B. You're gonna have to be innovative, man. You're gonna have to be smart about it. We're gonna rely on one another once again. And I feel like that's what's happening. God is allowing us to have to suffer so that we can realize the importance of loving one another. If you agree with me, hit that like button. Anybody that hears this message right now, if you agree with me, hit the like button. If you agree with me, hit the like button. See, that's why I painted earlier. I see it black on my hand. Painted his own sign. Probably use it someday. See, one thing about me is I know I'm a creative person. I constantly think of what I can do and use certain things for, because I know the day could come that I could be set in a position. And before I just wait and have to do everything at once, I can already have some things in place that could get me started. You know what I'm saying? Basically. So that's why when I see stuff like this here, you know what these are? You know what these are? Clothing racks. At an old retail store. Old clothes and retail racks. I could easily set up a sidewalk sell clothes, sell my own merchandise. That's right. Y'all make sure y'all go check out my store, my spread shop. Check out the store in the bio. Click the link in the bio and go check out some of my designs. I created them right here. Go check out some of my designs. A lot of them been rejected. I don't know why, if it's from the colorization or what, but a lot of my designs have been rejected. But I think I got over 40 or 50 on there that's legit. Check them out. Y'all might even look at something like these palettes here. Where you got all these palettes? What are you doing with all these palettes? I'm going to keep saying them. You know why? For one, they got resale value. They got resale value on pallets, man. You can sell pallets back to companies from 20 to 40 bucks a piece. Bet you ain't know that. Once again, y'all, I'm under the weather, so if you hear me sniffing, before y'all start raising questions, you know, people on the internet have all these weird ideas and stuff. But anyway, yes, I am under the weather. This little slight weather change got to me and my son pretty bad. We both suffer from bronchitis and asthma. And he is very allergic, though he loves the heck out of these animals. So, and every chance he get, he picking up the cat, he's rubbing on the dog. And 20 minutes later, he's sneezing and coughing because he's rubbing his hands and his eyes and all that stuff. Me, on the other hand, I think what triggered mine was being under a fence in the little shop area where in my job. I was under a fence yesterday after under a fan after I had been sweating quite a bit. But it was also inside the shop where it's very dusty. And I'm not good with those fans, ceiling fans in particular, but no fan, especially when it's on the ground or it's dust in the building, it triggers me. But yeah, my people. I do this for my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about growth and development, man. I want to see my people grow to understand who they really are, the power that we really truly possess. So we've been lied to. One thing I can say about me is that ever since I was a small child, as far back as I almost can remember, I always question things. I always question a lot of this stuff that we find out now for facts that is, it was lies. See, it's just like I've heard the theory of Adolf Hitler being black, even Abraham Lincoln being black. And I'm almost certain Abraham Lincoln was black. That's not why he abolished slavery, though. Another story for another day. Adolf Hitler, black. You know, several different reasons why they say that. Even describing himself as black or dark. Even Abraham Lincoln describing himself as a tall, dark fellow. You know what I'm saying? But I do also know that them YT people, they will classify themselves as dark whenever they do have this darker shade. But it's obvious that Abraham Lincoln wasn't Irish or truly Caucasian, like 100%. His bone structure, length of his arms and legs, just his posture and build, everything just suggested that he was of some type of Black American descent, in my opinion. I think the theory is that it was his mom that was half black, or that she was black and native, or black and Indian, or whatever. But it's a lot of lies that's been told to us, and I can believe it. I mean, facts are that the person that we thought all our lives, or we call Jesus Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach, it's a fact that he was a brown skin, melanated person. But our whole lives, we saw these pictures of the whole, the 12 disciples and all, as Caucasian men, blue eyes, blonde hair. But we know that's a fact that that's not true. Just like the created Israel, all that. We've been taught to look up to that in the worship and to cherish that stuff, but in all actuality, it's not biblical. That stuff is recent, and it was created by men, primarily those of the West, for their own capitalism, their own financial benefit. And so, by destroying one culture and tearing down their history, burning it up, drowning it, putting it underwater, seizing it, then what did you do? You lifted yourself up. And then all you could ever suggest to that other group was to just pull themselves up by their bootstraps. When you got where you are by stepping on their necks, stealing all of their knowledge, understanding, wisdom, understanding, overstanding. But you can't possess all that. You just get a tad bit. You just get enough to say that you did it. But ultimately, we already know what's going on. Y'all can't be esoteric beings. So you can never possess the knowledge, with the fullness thereof. You're counterfeits. And you only create ruckus and harm, drama for other people with no shame, no pride, not a care in the world. Which further lets me know where we stand. Because every time I hear from most of you all that say you recognize, all y'all do is tell us to be quiet about it and maybe to go away. If you want me to be quiet about something that obviously ain't going away because I'm reminded of it daily, all I gotta do is go out and be in traffic for 20 minutes and watch how quickly I get stereotyped, He listened to these reports. Even people like Charlie Kirk, as large as his platform was, he had the nerve to use so-called black Americans as the scapegoat for violence. Ain't that something? But yeah, we have become hostile in our community because of the environment that has been created. And you knew this. You knew what would happen when y'all created these projects. Y'all studied these projects long enough to know exactly what was going to happen. Y'all studied the human psychology. Y'all created all these different social microscopes. And then you stand back and you judge the results as though it's a surprise. But see, right now we living in a time of judgment. And all of that filth, manipulation, the disgusting ploys you've taken to destroy and wipe out, like God will forget his people because you try to erase them from history. It don't work like that. Y'all hold on. I gotta reset. Alan just trying to get the best of me. Rough. I think I'm gonna end this live soon because I'm start figuring out what I'm gonna do for lunch for my children this evening. Well, I guess you could say dinner. It'll be after 5. Start figuring something out. I don't know if I'm gonna order a pizza or what. Start preparing for that. But I thank each and every one of y'all for stopping by. I really do. Man, Jamal, you really touched me with that one, brother. Let me read it again. Life beating my ass right now. But to hear you makes me feel I ain't alone. But I'm taking it day by day. And you continue to fight the good fight, brother. Don't ever give up. The power is within you. The power is within you to accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish. Just know the power is within you. So all you got to do is feed it. Feed it. Rest. Eat properly. And study. Do your due diligence. Find your purpose. Stand on it. And remember what I said. Never let them see you sweat. That's a motto I live by. Because see, the thing about it is when you let the devil see that he's winning, it's just like anything else or anybody else. They get gratification from. He gets gratification from that. His minions, they get happy. They start cheering when they see that you losing or they perceive that you losing. Then that's a win for them. So the last thing you want to do is get them a nod or the idea that you losing, which would inadvertently mean that they winning. Don't get them that. That sucker. Don't be a sucker. Be a warrior. Continue to fight the good fight. For true freedom. True abundance. True peace. True love. Care. Empathy. Sympathy. Fight the good fight. All of my good brothers and sisters. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Any of you all that's listening to the sounds of my voice, I hope that you be touched. I hope that you be moved by the words that I am saying to you. I hope that this is encouraging someone out there to encourage someone else. That unity is the way. I know we started off talking about the tiny home, this project that I'm working on. But as I always like to end, I like to end with motivation and inspiration, words of inspiration. Hoping that I can inspire somebody to tap into a better them today. Yes, you are not your past. You are not your past problems. You are who you are. Continue to be great. I am a determined black man, John J. So the next time I see you all, I'm out. One. Show love and hit that like button on your way out.